The state of Tamil Nadu is just gearing up to witness a mega political show. It is the next poll-bound state where we're getting you updates from. Three big leaders of the state are all set to file their nomination today. Chief Minister EPS is going to file his nomination from his safe seat at Appadi in Salem. His victory is going to be making him register a hat-trick win from that seat. He's going to be contesting against DMK's Sampath Kumar. Meanwhile, M.K. Stalin, the big gun of DMK, is going to be filing his nomination from Kolathur constituency in Chennai for the third consecutive time. M&M chief Kamal Hassan is going to be filing his nomination from Coimbatore South at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. The actor-turned-neta is going to be contesting BJP Women's Cell chief Vanathi Srinivasan on that seat. Heartburn coming in for the Bharatiya Janata Party ahead of the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. Its ally, AIADMK, in its manifesto has promised to oppose the CAA. The ruling AIADMK said it would urge the centre to scrap the contentious Citizenship Amendment Act when it comes to power. The poll promise is being seen as a bid to retain minority votes. It has irked the BJP, of course, which was responsible for passing the law in the centre in the first place. It is also interesting to note that in 2019, all the 12 MPs of the AIADMK had voted in favour of the CAA when it was introduced in the parliament. Amongst its populist measures, the party has also promised reducing fuel prices to the state if voted to power. AIADMK has promised 6 free gas cylinders every year, washing machines for families, free cable TV, dual citizenship for Sri Lankan refugees, changing the name of Madras High Court to Tamil Nadu High Court. In the educational sector, the party promised waiving off educational loans and extending midday meal to 9th, 10th and 11th grade students. The AIADMK is hoping for a historic third consecutive term this time around.
மைய அரசு புதியதாக அறிமுகப்படுத்தி இருக்கும் குடியுரிமை திருத்தச் சட்டத்தை CAA கைவிட வலியுறுத்தல்.
Yeah, this manifesto proves that the dream of Mr. M.K. Stalin to form the government is done and dusted. This manifesto has taken care of all the strata of the society. I think this is a fabulous manifesto which encompassed all the parameters of economic development, job creation, and how to increase the per capita income, and how to keep the economy rolling, and how people can have a peaceful life.
Let's bring you what the AIADMK manifesto really looks like. Of course, it has irked its ally, the Bharatiya Janata Party. It has requested the centre to drop the CAA. This is not going to go down well with the BJP. It has asked for a reduction in the fuel prices as well. Let's see what else. Say free 6 gas cylinders to every household has been promised by the AIADMK in its election manifesto. The government jobs to at least one member in a household as well. All these poll promises coming in ahead of the election. Increasing maternity leave to 1 year. Waiving off the student loans is the next poll promise that is coming in the manifesto. Free 2 GB data for college students. That is also a part of the manifesto. But what irks the BJP most is, of course, the CA that they do not want to comply with. Now, DMK manifesto, how does that look? It wants a law to abolish NEET. It wants reduction in petrol by 5 rupees. That's what it's promised. And diesel price reduction by 4 rupees. Subsidy of 100 rupees is what has been promised on gas cylinders by the DMK. 75% job quota for the residents of Tamil Nadu has been promised in the DMK manifesto. 10 lakh jobs every year. If you notice, it's focusing a lot on jobs. Free computer tablets with data cards for students. Again, something that focuses on youth, focuses on jobs. Free local public transport for women. This is a women-centric promise coming in the manifesto. So you saw the difference between the two manifestos. Let me take this straight across to Pramod now, who's joining us from the poll-bound state of Tamil Nadu. Pramod, there is a stark difference in the manifesto that has come out with the AIADMK and the manifesto that has come in with the DMK. The most controversial part in the AIADMK manifesto happens to be them wanting to drop the CAA, which its own ally BJP had brought in, which the AIADMK netas had favoured when it came to passing in the parliament as well. How does the electorate view this? Do they see this as double standards, hypocrisy? Do they see through this particular dichotomy that's coming in?
Absolutely. This is the most important aspect because it was the Chief Minister who gave an explanation last year during the CAA protest at Delhi, claiming that no Indian citizen who is residing in India would have to worry about CAA, and he gave an assurance at that point after ADMK voted in favor of the bill. Now, currently, it looks like after DMK has gone ahead and given its manifesto, the ADMK has left with no choice but to include certain points, because DMK is also against CAA, DMK is against NEET, but the Chief Minister said that he has given 7.5% internal reservation, so they don't have to worry about NEET for now. However, they'll still protest against it. And when DMK has promised to reduce price by 5 rupees for petrol and 4 rupees for diesel, the same has come up in ADMK manifesto as well, but no price was quoted. We did ask the Chief Minister, so why didn't he do this all during his regime? He said these are broad promises and pretty soon it will be done. For example, dual citizen of Sri Lankan citizenship.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.